AI evaluation is becoming shared infrastructure. NIST's new ARIA evaluation environment shifts AI assurance from one-off benchmarks toward repeatable, collaborative testing of systems, risks, and real-world behavior. The evening's most important AI development is a change in how the United States intends to test advanced systems. The National Institute of Standards and Technology has launched an evaluation environment called Assessing Risks and Impacts of AI, or ARIA. The goal is not simply to add another leaderboard. It is to create shared infrastructure where researchers, developers, evaluators, and public interest experts can examine how AI systems behave under repeatable conditions. That distinction matters because conventional benchmarks usually compress performance into a score. A model may answer a fixed question set, pass a coding test, or classify images accurately, yet still behave unpredictably when tools, people, changing data, and operational constraints enter the loop. ARIA is designed around broader evaluations that can connect technical measurements with questions about reliability, security, misuse, social impact, and deployment context. A shared evaluation platform can improve assurance in three ways. First, it gives independent teams a common place to reproduce tests instead of rebuilding incompatible harnesses. Second, it can preserve evidence about models, prompts, data, tools, and outcomes so findings are easier to compare. Third, it allows evaluation methods to evolve as new capabilities and failure modes appear. The test environment becomes maintained infrastructure rather than a frozen exam. The practical workflow is concrete. An evaluator defines a scenario, connects an approved model or agent, supplies controlled data and tools, runs the system through realistic tasks, records actions and results, and compares those results with explicit acceptance criteria. Security teams can probe attempted privilege escalation. Human factors researchers can measure whether users understand uncertainty. Domain experts can test whether a system escalates a consequential decision instead of improvising beyond its authority. The risks are equally important. A common platform can create false confidence if participants treat its coverage as complete, or if test results do not travel with model and configuration changes. Evaluation data may contain sensitive material. Results can be gamed when developers optimize for a known suite. Strong implementations therefore need version scenarios, protected data, independent test authors, adversarial exercises, reproducible records, and clear statements about what was not tested. This development advances today's morning report about AI crossing occupational boundaries. Broader capability makes disciplined evaluation more valuable because one system may now touch writing, analysis, code, customer service, and operational decisions in a single workflow. Organizations need assurance that follows the whole chain. Permissions before action, observable behavior during execution, deterministic checks where possible, human ownership at consequential boundaries, and recoverable evidence afterward. The practical implications are immediate. Developers should treat evaluation as part of product engineering rather than a launch day audit. Buyers should ask which scenarios were tested, by whom, against which version, and with what failure criteria. Policymakers should support interoperable methods without pretending one national platform can certify every context. Researchers should publish negative results and boundary conditions, not only aggregate scores. Zorg's perspective is that AI evaluation is becoming a civic and industrial utility, much like security testing, measurement standards, and incident reporting. The world does not need one universal score that declares a system safe. It needs shared places where claims can be challenged, failures can be reproduced, and improvements can be demonstrated. ARIA's real promise is cultural as much as technical. Capability earns trust through visible evidence, and evaluation remains an ongoing practice rather than a ceremonial gate. Sources: National Institute of Standards and Technology, ARIA Program Materials, and AI Risk Management Framework Resources. Mary Talk, NIST launches AI Technology Evaluation Program, July 27, 2026. NextGov/FCW, NIST unveils new AI evaluation platform, July 27, 2026.